The history of agriculture of Traleaf community was off to a rough start. This video will give you a small glimpse of how we've progressed throughout the years. First of all, Traleaf, which was originally called Shamrock, was established in 1987, but our neighbours forced us to change our name in 1989. That's when we became Traleaf. As all the other colonies started out with farming, we happened to have the perfect acre land to start our own investments. Ever since, we have been advancing in technology and buying more farmland. When we first moved here, we only had 1,500 acres. The land mostly surrounded our community and a little elsewhere. We started out with at least 3 different off-and-on farm bosses because we were a new colony, so we didn't have anybody officially. When the split occurred, the current farm boss was one of those who moved out. That is when we officially elected Leonard Wallner as our farm boss in 1988. Traleaf's first crops were barley and wheat. They brought us the income we needed for a small starting community. We planted those seeds for the first 10 years. Our very first equipment was an 855 versatile tractor and an 8720 John Deere tractor. Next, we bought our first sprayer in 1999. We got our first Massey combines from Parkview when Traleaf was established, and our first bin system was built in 1987 and it's still going strong.
In the year of 1990, we traded our Massey combines with a dealer in Ipuwa and replaced them with 2 gleaners from Spring Hill Colony. In 1996, after the Ulis from Huron Colony moved to Traleaf, Levi Wallner became householder. He made a lot of improvements on the farm and colony.
7 o'clock in the morning, as I opened the door to go to breakfast, right in front of the door, there was our neighbor, Lauren Dearsley. "You want to buy my farm?" he says. I says, "Yep." "Yes. Yes. How much you want?" 240,000. Good. I turned around, walked into the office, and wrote him a check,
including purchasing an air seeder and 3 John Deere 9600 combines. These new combines were much newer and better than our former gleaners and sped up our harvesting process much better. That year we bought the Bronc and Seed Plant farms, which provided us with almost 1,000 more acres of land. After years of trying, in the year of 1998, Traleaf was finally able to buy the land behind our pig barns.
In the 2000s, we started planting corn for feed, but it has been on and off through the years due to not raking in enough profits. In 2005, we invested in a 1,000-acre piece of land, which we named Carl Farm. We started seeding right away. That same year, we bought another piece of land close by, which we called the Rockies. Altogether, those 2 pieces of land added up to 4,000 acres.
In 2010, we bought the Mackenzie farm, and our farm boss, Leonard Wallner, who was the farm boss for 23 years, gave up the job. The colony then elected Bruce Wallner as the new farm boss, and he has been on the job now for 10 years. Because of this change in leadership, new emploi had to be given on the farm crew. New workers were given different jobs, including new swatter drivers, truckers, and the old farm boss took over Bruce's combine. The next year, in 2011, we bought the Reimer farm, which gave us about 300 acres, and also a farm we call Lloyd. In 2013, we decided we needed to upgrade, so out with the old, and we bought 3 New Holland combines. That year, we also purchased another piece of land named McPhail.
Every time we bought a new farm, they already had bins, so we just used them to store our produce. Back in 2015 and 16, we built 3 new bins on the Carl farm because we were always buying more land and getting larger bushels. Between these years, we also obtained a huge farm called the Spack farm, with it gaining around 1,000 acres of new crop and pasture land. Currently, we are trying to sell the farm, and it has been rented out in the last summer of 2019, mostly because of its location.
In 2017, we bought Barnison Farm, which we now call the Galut Milan. At the time, it had been one of our biggest land investments. In 2018, we stopped planting peas because of our fields. They were not sufficient enough for the pea crops. In the last 20 years, our crops were wiped out 3 times with hail. The last hailstorm, which was on June 14, 2018, greatly damaged dry leaf crops and the surrounding areas. It was one of the worst storms that ever occurred in the history of dry leaf. During this storm, 40,000 acres were damaged. But since it was still early in June, we could still reseed. The crops with the most damage were canola, soybeans, and barley. We reseeded barley until it got hailed out again. We didn't bother reseeding, but let it grow.
The year of 2016 had been the last time we bought hail insurance. The crops that were damaged during the hailstorm were not covered by insurance, which cost us thousands of dollars. That was a wake-up call. A year later, in 2019, we bought hail insurance again. We also decided to build 2 huge bins because we didn't have enough storage space, and we are thinking of building a bigger bin system in the future. That same year, we had a huge problem with canola bugs. They were everywhere. They ate half the crops, but in the end, the crop still came out good. Later in the year 2019, the New Holland combines that we had thought would be a great new aspect to our farm caused us great difficulties. So the management, along with the farm crew, concluded that we needed to switch back to good old John Deere S680. Currently, we have 1 New Holland and 3 John Deere combines. That year, we had one of the best crops Tri-Leaf has ever had.
Now in the year of 2020, we own over 30 storage bins. Our year-to-year crops consist of canola, wheat, barley, soybeans, alfalfa, and corn. Tri-Leaf farms have come a long way the past 33 years. Currently, we own 13,000 acres of land and are farming 10,000 acres. We are always willing to invest in more land and ever so grateful for the healthy years we were provided.